In this video today, we're going to be talking about finding your voice and your message as an independent artist. And a lot of musicians will end up not knowing how to do this. Not every musician knows how to do it, you know? Sometimes you just are kind of born into it and you do it naturally. A lot of the time, we just have to sit down, really figure out what we want to say and how we're going to say it. But like, where does it all start from? So in the beginning, we really have to think about who we surround ourselves with. What are we valuing? Are our friends that always want to go outside and party and not take care of their well-being, or are our friends people who want to make us feel better, not only on the outside but on the inside, mentally? That all goes into how you're going to portray your music and how you're going to use your voice. So knowing your values, knowing your ethics is one of the first things. And with that, it's like who you're surrounding yourself with is so important. Whether or not it's your family member, your friends, everybody has a factor that they're pushing forward towards how you're acting or how you receive information. So be careful about how you are approaching people in relationships, and make sure you're building relationships that are only going to help push you to be better than you were before. But a thing is that I want you to know too, my name is Arye. If this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Arye. Like I said, I'm an independent musician. I've been making music since I don't even know, since I could, but I signed my first song to Sony Records in 2019. Working on doing music full time. Graduated from college in 2017, so we're looking to do this full time and move out of my parents' house. But as far as making music and finding your voice, it took me a while. Like, I started recording myself when I turned 14, and that was with a USB mic. I was using a Rock Band mic, and I was just hanging over my ceiling fan. And at this time, I was making music around one of my friends at the time. And I was showing my songs, and you know, you're 14, you really don't know your values and your aspirations and all that jazz. So it was a process. Here and there, I did know what I was wanting to say in the music, but a lot of the time it was just me saying stuff, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And that brings me to the point of experiment. Go make that song and fluctuate your voice. Do different pitches. You don't even have to release a song. Just go make the song, record your voice, use different pitches, use different words, and use a different style. You don't even have to talk about something you necessarily think you should be talking about. The best thing is to really just write about things that resonate with you. Write about who you are, what you like doing. You know, because once you start writing about things where the mainstream wants, or what you think the mainstream wants, is when you start to become less authentic with the product that you're putting out with your music, and it becomes distorted. People won't resonate with it as much as you want them to, because when they listen to the music, they will know that it's not really what you are feeling, you know? So it's always good to just write about what you feel, what you're going through. And by doing that, it will help you figure out what type of person you are, what kind of people you want in your life. Because when you put out that music and people are listening to that music, especially your friends, you can get feedback if they like it, if they don't like it. And if you're writing about something that you're really passionate about, you know, you really value a strong relationship and loyalty, and that's what you're writing about in a song, and you show that to your friends and family and they don't like it, that's going to show you more about their ethics than you could ever like imagine. So if they're not resonating with what you're saying, then they're pretty much not going to resonate with a lot of the things you're saying. So make sure you know that you're saying it for yourself and not anybody else. But saying that with writing music, you can tell though, you know, okay, this is who I am. And you can tell you don't want to surround yourself with those type of people. You want people to encourage you with the voice that you're using as a musician, right? So by you showing your friends or your family those songs, and they're not showing you the type of, you know, reciprocation that you expect from them, not that you should expect anything from anyone when you're releasing music. You should purely just want to release music for yourself. But we all want that type of like validation sometimes, and that's okay. But don't worry about that. That will just show more clearly that those people are not supposed to be in your life. So if you're talking about loyalty in your song, those people aren't probably loyal, and then they're not gonna be loyal down the line. So writing about who you are, and if those people are resonating, will give you a better picture of, hey, you're probably not going to resonate with a couple other things that I'm writing about. And the best thing too is like the more music you put out with your beliefs or what you're going through, you can tell what people actually want to be part of your life or understand your life. You know what I mean? Not everyone understands your life, but for the most part, people see what you're about. And if they don't want to listen to your music, then they probably don't care about what your values are or your ethics are when you're just talking as a regular person. So take that into consideration. I remember releasing my first EP, and I had 5 songs on there. This was my freshman year of college. I released my first EP, and my friends from high school, they were sort of listening to it at the time when I released it. I let them know, but there was nothing that was like driven from it. There was no type of positivity, and that was really just me putting myself out there for the first time in a big record combined tape. You know what I mean? And I received the feedback where it was like they weren't even like listening to it that much. They might have listened to that one time, but other than that, they weren't even listening to it. And I'm not even gonna say it's because maybe my music quality wasn't that good, because I do think those were good songs. I was putting out good messages at the time. I still always am looking to do that. That's a good thing too. Make sure you find that substance with your voice, and that will make it more powerful and help you find messages better. I'm kind of going into this now with like finding your messages. So once you figure out more about yourself and your ethics and what you really value, that really helps you formulate better songs. So if you don't have any ethics or you don't have any values, then your songs are most likely going to lack substance. So take the time, write on a piece of paper what you like, what you value the most, what you really think about every single day. Is it loyalty? Is it honesty? Is it people being grateful for what they have? Like, what messages are you wanting to put out that really resonate with you every day? Because with you putting out the energy of what you really resonate and what you really like, whether it's loyalty, then you'll attract more of those people in there, and you'll strengthen the way you view people and your ethics and how you want to be loyal to people. You'll find those people that want to be loyal back with you instead of to people that aren't going to be loyal. So that's why it's good to write about the things that you really are passionate about. So if you weren't writing about loyalty, then you wouldn't be attracting those people that are loyal. You see what I'm saying? So write about the things that you want, and you will more likely attract them instead of writing about things that you don't know or you're just trying to seem cool. And I know it can seem hard finding out what kind of message you want, or what you even want to say or how to say it. But that's where coming in and talking with people that you resonate with and you actually relate to, because those people will build up your confidence. Say you're having a regular conversation, you and we're talking about our beliefs and whatever. You expressing those to me is strengthening how you feel about them. So keep on always those relationships where people are seeing the same values as you, because then it will encourage you more to express it, especially in your music. And that's what you want to do. You want to express yourself the best you can possibly be. Because when it comes to expressing yourself, that's when people are really going to resonate and be like, oh my gosh, I want to listen to this musician. So if you have gone through a breakup, if you're going through, moving out of your parents' house after college, if you're going through, a transition in school where you're going to high school from college for the first time, write about it. Those are your messages. That's how you find your voice. Nobody has a voice and message unless they're telling their own story. So be comfortable with what you're going through. If you think it's not relevant, it is, because somebody that's going through what you're going through might not have the answers that you have. It might have came easy to you, but whenever you put that message out into your music too, then you're just setting yourself up for helping other people out more. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared to be yourself. Always express yourself and just let it out. If people resonate with it, then they do. If they don't, then they don't. And that's the thing. Once you release your songs, and if people aren't like listening to it right away, or you're not receiving the feedback that you want, then keep on doing it, because that's the big thing too. Not having the approval that you want from the music, especially when you first release it, that will keep a lot of people set back. They'll be like, oh my gosh, I released my first song, and I didn't even receive the feedback that I wanted. Okay, that's okay. Keep putting that out. As long as you're resonating with it and you know that it's a message that you want to put out into the world, somebody's going to click. Somebody's going to want to listen to it and keep on coming back to that, because it's helping them keep aligned with themselves. Hopefully this video clears some things up on how to find your voice and to find a message when you're writing music. Appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Much love. A-Rod Pack.